Hi, I'm Mark Edwards. Welcome to Travelogue and welcome to our Shanghai Expo special. It's the 53rd edition of this fantastic event, which has been running all the way back since 1851. There are over 100 countries represented here in Shanghai, so we're going to take you on a whistle-stop tour around the globe. Welcome to your world.
The walls have been whitewashed, old buildings remodeled, and a new 400-kilometre red carpet rolled out. That red carpet is the new and extended subway system for the 70 million people who are coming to visit this iconic event. The first expo was held in London in 1851, and the goal hasn't really changed. Today's expo is a golden opportunity for China and other participants to improve their national brand image, showcase their culture, as well as attract investment and tourism.
So there are 4 ways to get to the Shanghai Expo. One is by subway, one is by taxi, one is by bus, and the way that we're going to take is by boat. There are 4 main entrances, and we're at the Shiliu Pool water entrance right here. So we're about to hop on the boat. There are about 20 minutes in between each boat. It starts at 8 in the morning. You've got 20 minutes to wait for the boat. There's a quick security check, and then we're straight on. So your passage to the expo via boat will take around 40 minutes. Now here's the kicker. With your ticket to the expo, you get a free ride on the boat. So, free ride might take a bit longer. You get to have all the views all around you on the way.
So here's the plan. If you've only got 3 days at the expo, we try to map out the most efficient way to see all the best stuff. Be warned, make sure you choose the correct entrance gate so that it's closest to the site you want to visit and hence can cut down your queuing time. So for us, the water gate for Zone A. When you get off the boat, one of the first things you must do is pick up a free map. Trust me, you're going to need this. The expo site is enormous.
Okay, so when you make your way to the expo, make sure you pick up one of these event schedules. They'll tell you everything that's going on, all of the shows, all of the events that are on today, and they're different every day. They're free. You can get them from one of these people here. They're all dressed the same. Let's go into the expo.
All in all, you'll find 5 zones, A, B, C, D and E, split by geographical region or theme. Zones A and B are grouped together and comprise Asia, Australasia and the Middle East. Zone C is for Europe, North and South America and Africa. Zone D is for specific cities from around the world, and Zone E is for organisations and sponsors. Zones A and C are situated at the main site in Pudong, and Zones D and E can be found just over the river in Puxi.
As befits such a global event, you can pick up all sorts of expo paraphernalia in the gift shop. Now, I've been told one of the most popular items is the expo passport. You'll take this passport to each one of the pavilions and they'll give you a stamp. So go to the America one, stamp, Italy one, stamp, all the way around the world. Let's get stamping.
There's plenty of memorabilia that you can pick up at the many gift stores dotted around the expo. The mascot called Hai Bao seems to be a catch for everyone, young and old. Hai Bao means treasure of the sea. He's shaped like the Chinese character Ren, which means people, and his funky hair is meant to look like a wave, because Shanghai is a port city.
So behind me is the Expo Center. This is where the main celebrations, forums and conventions will take place throughout the Expo. On top of that, each one of the international pavilions will get one day here where they'll get to showcase, put on a show, spectacles, and really highlight everything about their countries.
Haibao, a rather clean-cut fellow, is a perfect fit for the Expo's overall theme: a better city, better life. It reflects a hope of harmony as the world's urban population grows. It has also provided a framework for China and other countries to explore new ways of keeping modern cities clean, efficient and comfortable. Each pavilion is a showcase of best practice shared by the participants. We found a stunning diversity of ways in which environmentally friendly and energy efficient technology is being used around the world, and even how it's bridging the gap between urban and rural life. This was done by incorporating natural spaces and elements into urban settings.
So the slogan for the Shanghai Expo 2010 is a better city, a better life. Now we've come to the theme pavilion where they really try and highlight what a more environmentally friendly city should look like and how we should really act between each other, between how we build a city and how the buildings are in general for a better life. So you'll be able to see who wastes the most and who's doing quite well.
The Expo's green theme is explored in detail in the rather aptly named Theme Pavilion. It's a must-see for your own education and just for the sheer fun of it. Grabbing the theme by the horns, the pavilion is supported by eco-walls enveloped with 5,000 square metres of plant life. The undoubted highlight for me here was the 3D magnificence of the urban planet, as well as the stargazingly delicious story that unfolds at the Urban Dreams section. Step outside and you'll find yourself in the middle of Zone A, with the iconic China Pavilion towering over you. The queues are enormous here, so be warned. You might be better off going to the more queue-friendly pavilions situated just around the corner.
When people talk about Pakistan, they do not know it's so colorful and it's so culturally rich and such diversity in terms of landscapes. We have some of the highest mountains in the world.
This is the Pakistan Pavilion themed Harmony in Diversity. Here, culture, tradition, modernity and history are merged into one showcase. You'll be able to experience the life of a typical Pakistani citizen through visual and multimedia presentations. At the Expo, you can learn about cultures you might never have seen before or knew very little about. It was a real eye-opener, for instance, to find out about the Kalash tribes in northern Pakistan, where green eyes and blonde hair are not uncommon. The powerful women of Pakistan are also given a lot of attention here. We're taken through a roster of the most prominent female Pakistanis, past and present, and their achievements. A stone's throw away from the Pakistan's distinctive Lahore Fort replica pavilion, you'll find the more queue-friendly ones of Oman, Israel, Sri Lanka, and India. You've just come out of the Saudi Arabian pavilion. What did you think?
It was great.
Yeah?
Very, very pretty.
Yeah, what was the best thing about it?
Very amazing production to see the movie in that size.
Oh, okay. So the IMAX theatre really is incredible.
Incredible.
Okay, wait. You may have queued for 3 hours in the hot sun, but enter here into a cool, mystical calm. That's it. We're about to go in to the biggest cinema in the world. Let the soothing Arabic music wash over your senses. Themed the vitality of life, this pavilion shows us calmness in urban settings. It also happens to be the second most expensive pavilion at the Expo, costing millions of dollars. Saudi Arabia's moonboat is a must-see. if only for what the inside holds.
That was it. The largest screen in the whole world. 1,600 square meters of IMAX magnificence. You might have had to queue for 3 hours, but just to say you've seen it, definitely worth it. So don't forget to get your passport stamped when you go into each one of the pavilions. And we're here at the Saudi Arabia pavilion. Which page is it today?
35.
35. So you get a specific page. Here we go. Fantastic. Thank you very much. And even more.
CCTV. Thank you for visiting.
Oh, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. CCTV, thank you for visiting. So the expo is absolutely huge and you really won't be able to walk it on your own, so use the buses that run frequently across the main avenues, just hop on and go.
There are over 100 zero-emission shuttle buses zipping across the expo site. Every 300 meters there's a stop. So you don't have to walk too far. In total, you'll find 5 bus routes, 2 of which are sightseeing routes, to take you within and between all of the zones at the expo. Most of the pavilions here are rented out. However, you'll find that over 40 countries have chosen to design and build their own pavilions, like the next one.
So behind me we've got one of the most talked about spots in town. It's the Japanese pavilion. As you can see how popular it is with the huge queues. Now, plenty of things inside, but structurally on the outside, the Japanese have tried to highlight green technology and how they can use green technology to help humanity. The structure has solar panels to create energy. We've got funnels that takes in rainwater, and that keeps the building and the people inside cool. And they've designed the building so that it's open, so that wind can pass through and they don't waste a lot of electricity on things such as air conditioning. So very exciting. Can't wait to go inside and have a look.
Japan's showcase invites visitors to look at the past, present and future with harmony between the human heart and technology. This breathing organism of a structure is trying to tell us that technology can bring us better lives through a cleaner world.
So the Japanese are an extremely technologically advanced nation, and you really get that highlighted here at the Japanese pavilion. We've come down and we can see how sewage water is turned all the way into drinkable water. And that's not it, I've been told there's plenty more. Let's go and have a look. How about this? A power generating floor. I've been told on average they get 20,000 people through here a day. Think how much power that is. I'll do my bit for the country. I think I've done enough.
Japan takes us on a journey through time, from their interlinked past with China to the energy-saving and water purification technologies of the present. It's obvious natural resources have been used, releasing a green energy. Also ingenious is the use of the sun, wind and water to support the structure in some way. However, the winning card might just be Japan's fast-forward look into the future, where electric cars recharge without the need for sockets, and robot maids make a weird and wonderful vision of tomorrow. But no showcase would be complete without a glimpse of the highest technology coming out of Japan at the moment.
最为神奇的是，这个电视啊，可以根据我们人的移动而改变它的一个位置。哦，就是说你想在哪里看电视，就可以在哪里看了。哦，好棒啊！哎，太棒了！
Without a doubt, the pièce de résistance at the Japan Pavilion is a robot which plays the violin. I tried the violin once and was awful at it, and here we have a robot rubbing it in our noses. With queues being arguably the only bane to the expo experience, you can certainly appease your senses by avoiding them for a while and going show hunting. There are literally dozens of different shows, parades and spectacles every day to entertain you outside and inside. They can be found both in Pudong and Puxi, so make sure you check out the timetable which you picked up when you came in. Right?
So during the expo, every day at 12 and 3 o'clock, you can be part of this great parade. They change every week. It's here on the main exhibition street, Expo Street. Come and check it out.
From Asia to Australasia, and to one of the most thought out and people-friendly pavilions. Light sprinklers here keep you cool, and the entertainment is a feast. Australia's take on the Expo theme is brought to you through a multimedia and live action story in their large 1,000-seat amphitheatre. With vivid colours, emotive stories and a clear message, it's difficult not to be impressed. However, it combines the serious issues behind the Expo's principal theme with a typically Aussie laid-back and humorous style. You'll learn and you'll laugh.
Right, one of the great things about the Australian Pavilion is they tend to put on shows for everybody. They put so much thought into every detail, so you're not bored at any point, whether you're queuing or whether you're just scrambling. This is the exit, and whether you're scrambling, we've got these hardcore sharks. Let's see if we can go and catch them. Did you? Fellas, look left of the camera. Looking nice and tough. Good sharks.
You look good. You look swishing. You got me hoping and a wishing that we can take a walk, maybe have a talk, and go down the pavement like a friendly night and fall. Let's go, hit the high spots, the sharks, catch a magic carpet like a pair of Hottentots. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Awesome, awesome. Led out by the sharks. Check them out. They sing, they dance, they entertain us. All this great detail at the Australian Pavilion. Make sure you come here.
Do you like fish?
Love fish.
Let's call the whole thing off.
As well as the main shows and spectacles for the public, many of the pavilions make no waste of their outdoor areas. Whether it's to promote their food through a restaurant or snack outlet, or taking the culture outdoors to snag the punters. And here, New Zealand do a stirring job. You'll be drawn to the music at first, and then you'll be drawn to the dancing. The Kiwis, as New Zealanders are sometimes affectionately known, perform some of their local songs. It's all a build-up to their famous Maori haka, a ritualistic war dance. If you want to learn the haka, or simply fancy hitting yourself repeatedly on the legs and body, then don't hesitate to sign up when the opportunity comes. Be warned though, the crowds swell for this part of the show, so you might want to make sure you've had your lunch a while back, as you'll be appearing in many family holiday snacks. That said, you gotta love public humiliation.
So for those of you who've been stuck in an office all day thinking, I'm only going to be able to see the expo at the weekends, fear not. It stays open until 10 o'clock. All the pavilions stay open until 10 o'clock. And as an added bonus, you get cheaper tickets after 6, all the way down to 90 RMB. And the great thing is, there's plenty of things going on at night here.
So head on to the main attraction in Zone A, the China Pavilion. To be perfectly honest, stay away during the day unless you want to queue for around 4 hours. Make your way over when the evening comes along. As one of the 5 permanent structures constructed for the expo, the China Pavilion is one of the largest and most impressive.
So when you make your way to the China Pavilion, one of the things you'll be able to check out is how Chinese people in the major cities used to live. Behind me, we've got 1978, that's how they used to live with the radio. Here we're moving 10 years forward, 1988, black and white TV, old school phone. Let's keep going. 1998, colour TV, computers. This is a bit more my style. And then finally, this is how Chinese people live today. Have a look. Some might say it's butuo, which means not too bad in Chinese. Have a look.
The main attraction in the Chinese Pavilion is the incredible 3D virtual painting, which spans the length of the room. The famous recreation is the real reason you should go to the China Pavilion.
Behind me, one of the most famous paintings in China. Well, certainly it's a recreation of one of the most famous paintings painted over 900 years ago in the Song Dynasty, which illustrates life within and outside of a city. Being brought to life here in the China Pavilion. Enjoy.
The expo, it's a chance to see what each country has to offer. But also, let's not forget there's a huge amount to see within China. We're here in the Chinese Pavilion of the provinces, where you can see what every one of the provinces has as a specialty. For instance, Heilongjiang's little pavilion here made of ice, of course, because of their famous ice festival. Behind me, we've got Zhejiang with the bamboo, and even there, Anhui with the houses. Plenty to see. Take a look around.
My biggest tip for the expo in zones A and B, if you're not a fan of the heat and queuing, is to come in the evenings. The crowds are smaller, some of the views are even more impressive, and the park is still brimming with life. But whatever happens, you've just got to make it down here.
So, with the activities going on all around me and even below me, unfortunately, that's all the time we've got left for today. But what an action-packed day it was! We managed to smash our way through Asia, Australasia and the Middle East. But tomorrow, it's going to get even more busy, where we're going to be heading to Europe, we're going to do Africa, North and South America, and how I'm not going to be totally jet-lagged is completely beyond me. Anyway, I'm Mark Edwards, and I'll catch you very soon on another episode of Travelogue.